Hello, welcome students. And today we are discussions of the electric current through the conductors, 11th topic of the physics of 11th standard. And today we are discussing one of the laws which can be shows the relationship between the electric current and potential difference. Then this laws is called as, the laws comes from the name of the scientist, that is Ohm's law. Ohm's law. George Siemen Ohm, it is the German scientist, is born in 1828. The name of that scientist, that is George Siemen Ohm. George Siemen Ohm, it is born in 1828 in German, which can explain, he will be explain one of the laws about to explain the relationship between the potential difference and electric current. This law is called as Ohm's law. And we know that what is the potential difference? Potential difference. What is the actual meaning of potential difference, or what are the definitions? What meaning of the potential difference? Consider one of the cells. This is the cells. हे एक सेल आहे असं कन्सिडर केलेलं आहे आणि यामध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह अँड निगेटिव्ह चार्ज या ठिकाणी असणार आहेत. देन दिस इज कंडक्टर्स. I will be drawn here. This is the conductors. When the negative charge will be flowing in this directions and current will be flowing the another directions, the charges, the negative charges which can be flow the opposite directions of the current, and a point, this is the point A and this is the another point B, and if the negative charge will be flowing in these directions and the complete of one cycles from this to this point to this point, and this is due to the force of attractions of the positive charge on the negative charge. This force experienced, the different charges will be attract and same charges will be repulse. Then in these lectures we are discussing what are the potential difference. In the potential difference we are discussing in the form of work done and charges. Then this displacement is used to flowing the negative charge from point A to point B. Some displacement, that is considered one of the displacement. That is one of the displacement. And another point, some work done will be actual. म्हणजे जे काही वर्क डन असणार आहे ही या पॉईंट पासून या पॉईंट मध्ये येणारी जी काही वर्क डन होणार आहे ते एक डिस्प्लेसमेंट तर आपल्याला भेटलेला आहे. बट वर्क डन इज इक्वल टू फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट. वर्क इज इक्वल टू F into S. F is the force and S will be displacement. तर या पॉइंट पासून पॉइंट ए पासून पॉइंट बी पर्यंत इतकं डिस्प्लेसमेंट कव्हर करण्यासाठी काहीतरी फोर्स त्यावर अप्लाय करावा लागेल या पॉइंट पासून या पॉइंट पर्यंत चार्जेसला येण्यासाठी. देन दिस इज द फोर्स F and force into displacement, this is the work done. Work done, किती वर्क डन झाला, व्हॉट इज द पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स, वर्क डन पर युनिट चार्ज. एका युनिट चार्जसाठी एका पॉईंट पासून दुसऱ्या पॉईंटवर जाण्यासाठी किती वर्क डन त्यावर अप्लाय करावा लागतो त्यालाच पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स म्हटलं जातं. देन पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स PD इज इक्वल टू वर्क डन पर युनिट चार्ज, that is Q. Then we know that the work done is the potential difference is also called as a voltage, and the unit of the potential difference is volt. Then the volt is also equal to work done joule per coulomb. This is about the potential difference. But the law of Ohm's law, which can be explained, which can be stated by the George Siemen Ohm, by the German physicist, this is the shows the relationship between the potential difference and current. What is the electric current? Electric current is rate of flow of charges. Current is rate of flow of charges. charges is called current, that is I. And in these lectures we are discussing the relationship, that is Ohm's law, in the graphical representations, and relationship between the current and potential difference. Then I can start to state the laws, that is the Ohm's law. Ohm's law is state that the statement of the Ohm's law, statement of that laws, the current I through the conductor, the current I, this is considered one of the conductors, that is point A to B, and flowing some current, that is I. The current I, the current I flowing through the conductors, flowing through the conductors is directly proportional to applied potential difference. Applied potential difference can be denoted by the short form, that is PD. Applied potential difference across the two ends, across the two ends of the conductor, of the conductors. The two ends of the conductors is A and B, which can be shown in these diagrams, and the potential difference between these is considered as a V. Then we know that the current I and potential difference, the potential difference PD is a V. Then in generally by the law of Ohm's law, the potential difference, the current through the conductor I is directly proportional to V. I is directly proportional to the V. This is the main statement of the Ohm's law, which can be studied in the previous year also. But in these lectures we are discussing about the next step of the Ohm's law. Then we use one of the proportionality constant, then that is V is equal to I into R, and R is a proportional constant, and this is called resistance. And we are explain the formula for R is equal to, that is V upon I. Then this is the resistance, and SI units of the resistance is, SI unit is of resistance R is explained by the name of the scientist, that is Ohm, denoted as like this. This is the all about the Ohm's law. But this is theoretical part. To explain the Ohm's law, we can be use one of the diagram, one of the graphical representations by these laws, and consider we use one of two different axes, that is y-axis, and another one is a x-axis. We take the current on a x-axis, that is I. We take the voltage or potential difference on another axis or remaining axis, that is y. When any laws or any formula for any statement, the directly proportional to any two physical quantities, then the graph of these two physical quantity will be linear. and this is the ideal Ohm's law. Ideal law, and the good conductor will be smallest slightly different. This is the good conductors. This is all about the Ohm's law. When this is one of the equality signs, and the increases of the I current will be increases, then automatically R resistance will be decreases. To maintain the sign is इक्वालिटी साइन मेंटेन करण्यासाठी जर आय वाढत असेल तर आर हे कसं असणार आहे, कमी होणार आहे. देन रेजिस्टन्स विल बी डिक्रीजेस अँड रेजिस्टन्स अँड करंट विल बी इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल by using of this formula. Resistance or current will be inversely proportional. When resistance will be increases, then current will be decreases. Then current will be increases, resistance will be decreases. Then by this statement, the conductivity of the conductors or the materials will be a reciprocal of the resistance. The conductivity of the materials is the reciprocal of the resistance of that materials. Can I revisions of this same law, and we are solved one of the smallest and simple problem on these laws. One of the scientists which can be born in 1828 in the German, the name of that scientist, the George Siemen Ohm, which can be stated one of the laws which gives the relationship between the voltage, that is potential difference, and current. The potential difference and current is used by this formula. This law is called as Ohm's law. आपल्याला जर Ohm's law कुठल्याही गोष्टीत लक्षात ठेवायचं असेल, फक्त हे एक छोटासा फॉर्म्युला लक्षात ठेवायचं. स्टेटमेंट आपण आपल्या वर्डिंग मध्ये लिहू शकतो. द करंट I will be flowing through some conductors of then it's directly proportional to the potential difference, applied potential difference between two ends of that conductors is remains unchanged. End change बदलायचे नाहीत. And this is all about the Ohm's law. But before discussions of the Ohm's law, we know that some terms under the Ohm's laws. काय टर्म्स आहेत? that is करंट आहे, त्याचबरोबर पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स आहे. तर आपल्याला पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स आणि करंट म्हणजे काय हे माहिती असणं गरजेचं आहे. करंट म्हणजे रेट ऑफ फ्लो ऑफ चार्जेस. रेट ऑफ फ्लो ऑफ चार्जेस, that is Q per time. The charges per unit time, that is current. And we know that the formula SI units of the current, that is ampere. Ampere. And potential difference we used the volt. The SI units of the potential difference is volt. एखाद्या सेल घेतलेला आहे आणि त्याचबरोबर जी काही चार्जेस फ्लो आहे, नेगेटिव्ह चार्जेस, दॅट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल बी फ्लो द अपोजिट डायरेक्शन्स ऑफ द करंट, आणि ते एक चार्ज एका पॉईंटपासून दुसऱ्या पॉईंटमध्ये फ्लो होण्यासाठी किती वर्क लागतो त्याला म्हटलं जातं पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स. द पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स इज वर्क डन पर युनिट charge. This is all about the potential difference. And the potential difference, the SI units of potential difference is volt or joule per coulomb. And we know that the formula, and we give some rearrangement of this formula, and we know that the resistance, it is the proportionality constant of the Ohm's law, which can be denoted as a R, and the SI units of the resistance is Ohm. By using rearrangement of this formula, and we get one of the another formula, that is R is equal to V upon I. Then resistance of any conductors or any material is inversely proportional to the conductor of that materials. Then we can use one of the stated on another things, the conductance of the any material is reciprocal of the resistance. Then conductance of any material is reciprocal of resistance. and we know that conductance is denoted as a symbol C, and this is the reciprocal of resistance, that is 1 upon R. Then the SI units of the reciprocal, the SI unit of the conductance is Siemens. The conductor reciprocal SI units of the conductance is Siemens, that is or Ohm raised to -1, or sometimes use of these equations or these symbols for the explanations of the conductance. This is all about the Ohm's law, and we know that we are studying in this lectures, this is 3 different terms, but one terms in 3 terms will be considered or studied in the previous lectures or also previous topics, that is I current, rate of flow of charges, and we study potential difference, which are studied in also previous years, but we study in detail in these lectures. And on another thing, that is resistance. Resistance, it is opposed to the current, and resistance laws मराठी मध्ये म्हटलं जातं, that is resistance is also called as in Marathi, that is रोधक. Will be oppose the current. Resistance will be oppose the current, and in 1 by 1 lectures we are studying what are the resistors, that is electrical instrument. And now we can solve one of the problem and we stop here. Consider one of the flashlights. The potential difference between the flashlight is 2 volt. The potential difference, that is V, between the is 2 volt, and the current flowing through this is I is equal to maybe 5 ampere, that is 5 ampere. Find the resistance between resistance in these currents. We use the Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. Then we know the V and I, but we find the R. म्हणजे रेजिस्टन्स आपल्याला फाइंड करायचा असेल तर रेजिस्टन्स थोडासा लेफ्ट साइडला घ्यायचा आणि जे काही फॉर्म्युला रिअरेंज करून घ्यायचा, दॅट इज रिअरेंज्ड फॉर्म्युला. देन आय विल बी रिअरेंज इन द प्रिवियस स्टेप्स. देन R is equal to V, that is 2 volt divided by 5. Then the R resistance is 0.4 ohm. This is one of the simple problem we can solve in these lectures, and we are stop here, and remaining part will be discussed in next lectures.